The United States has just made a drastic shift in its foreign policy, one that could change the future of NATO, Ukraine, and Europe as we know it. For years, the US backed Ukraine's bid to join NATO, but now Washington is stepping back. This move has massive implications. Some say it's a gift to Russia, others say it's a sign of shifting US priorities. In a stunning policy shift, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth recently announced that the United States will no longer support Ukraine's bid to join NATO. This reverses years of American foreign policy and raises serious concerns about Washington's commitment to European security. This decision has sent shockwaves across Europe. Countries like Germany, France, and Poland rely heavily on US military support. But now they're wondering, will the US abandon them next? For Ukraine, this is a major setback. NATO membership would have provided them a security umbrella, a guarantee that the West would protect them from future Russian attacks. Without it, Ukraine's long-term defense strategy is now in question. The loss of US backing could also weaken morale among Ukrainian troops and limit their ability to secure future military aid. This decision plays right into the hands of Russian President Vladimir Putin. For years, he's fought against NATO expansion. Now, with the US stepping back, he sees an opportunity to push his influence further into Eastern Europe. Could this embolden Russia to take even more aggressive steps in Ukraine or beyond? But why is the US pulling back? One major reason, China. Many US policymakers now believe that China, not Russia, is the biggest long-term threat. That means a shift in military focus, from Europe to the Indo-Pacific. This move also raises serious questions about NATO's future. If the US is stepping back, how strong is the alliance really? Will NATO members still trust Washington's leadership? Some European countries might now start looking for alternative security arrangements, either by strengthening the EU's military power or forming new alliances. Trump has long criticized NATO and pushed an America First agenda. Some believe this shift in policy is preparing the ground for a world where NATO might be further weakened. But even under Biden, we were seeing a pivot away from Europe. Is this the beginning of a new era in US foreign policy? With the US stepping back, Europe may have no choice but to build its own independent military force. France and Germany have already pushed for a European army. But could this finally be the moment it happens? This decision doesn't just affect Ukraine. It could reshape the entire global order. If the US is pulling back from Europe, what does that mean for other conflicts like Taiwan, the Middle East, or even Africa? One thing is clear, we are entering a new phase of global politics. The US is shifting priorities, Russia is gaining ground, and Europe may need to stand on its own. So the question is, will this decision strengthen US interests, or is it the beginning of NATO's decline? What do you think? Is the US making the right move by stepping back from NATO expansion, or is this a dangerous mistake? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on global affairs.